Hello, I'm PT, and welcome to Top of the Month December. Today I'm going to delve into my film student experience, making a 1 minute short film for my film class. I call this short film I made YOLO, a space western. In this project, I played all the parts, as I've done in other videos in the past. It wasn't my original plan. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to have actors and other people working on the project, but things change. You have your original idea, but various obstacles are going to get in your way and you're going to have to alter, which can be extremely frustrating in the moment because you have your heart set on an idea, but you now need to change it. But you have to accept it, make necessary alterations, and move on. Like all art forms, filmmaking is a process and it alters over the course of time, which can be exciting because sometimes the end goal ends up something that you couldn't even have imagined. But it also can come with other challenges in the process of changing plans. For instance, in my project, I had an AV script and I had a shot list. Both those things were planned out with a plan of having other people on the production. But because that didn't happen, I had to make changes. Two big changes I needed to make. One is I had three people. I had to cut it down to two people. Honestly, the third person was easy enough to cut. I just kind of replaced him with a stick cross. It's able to communicate my original idea, albeit not in the way I was hoping for it to be conveyed, but the main story of the scene is still clearly in the video. The man going after the person that killed his friend. Or, in this case, the man going after his brother who killed his friend because I had to twin it up. The villain became an evil twin because that was the only way I could accomplish this project. And with doing the evil twin, another reality set in. I was only going to be able to have one shot with them both in the frame. So I had to remove some planned shot. I think I had two planned shots where they're going to be both in the frame, but I had to shorten it down to one. And in that process, there was a certain reality that needed to happen. One, I needed to physically change into the other character. I had to film all of character one shots first. Then I had to film the shot where they're both in the frame. I had to film that one last for our main character one. From that cutoff, I would have to carefully stop the recording, carefully turn off the camera because I didn't want to waste battery, and then I would have to go back to my car where I was, and then I would change into the other character, and then I also shaved, and that was about a 30-minute process. So things are likely going to change lighting wise. One reality that made it difficult though is the camera wasn't got loose in its connection, so it wobbled a little bit when I was hitting buttons, and I had to be really careful. And no matter how careful I was, there was still some give that happened. Luckily, this is where post comes in. By the time I got done filming, though, I had 61 clips for 30 shots. They were totaling 25 minutes and 42 seconds for a 1 minute video. A lot of these were extended out because of the nature of how I was filming. I had to literally start recording and then get to my position, film, walk back to the camera, stop the recording, and I would also often check the recording to see if it looked good. And sometimes I needed to do reshoots as well, so that also was the reason why I have 60 and not only 30, because there were reshoots of certain scenes that happened as well. Whether they were out of focus, I didn't like my positioning, I wanted to try it a little differently, but all those things all came into play in my ending amount of footage I had. 25 minutes, 42 seconds for a 1 minute video. When you watch some of the footage of me getting ready for the shots, some of it looks really, really dumb, really stupid looking, and it's editing that saves it. It's editing that makes it not look stupid. Cutting and the clipping and all that stuff, choosing what shots to use, what shots not to use, and all of that. Next thing I did was because this is not just any Western, it's a space Western. The main reason it's a space Western is so I don't have to have anything that actually resembles an actual firearm on set, which my professor urged me not to do because it's kind of a touchy area right now with, we're not going to name any names, but Alec Baldwin definitely made, and thus I made my own prop, which is kind of odd looking and I need to have an early visual to clearly establish this is either not Earth or not in this our current period or the classic Western period of time. So the simple solution was to add a planet in the background. I wanted to add like I was going to add a clip with like the planet with a rotating planet, and then we zoomed in on it and then go to the when it starts, but it messed up with all my timing of all the shots I had previously put together, and so it was just more practical just to slap a planet in the background of the sky in a couple of the shots, and it basically gets the point. One of them I didn't like at first because it was too prominent. I shrunk it down a little bit, got it better, but also it came to mind the overall point of this shot is to establish there's something different about this world, and so it's kind of useful to have something that's noticed. That's all I have to say about it. Most likely have it uploaded on December 9th. I think it turned out pretty good. It definitely was a journey and a process, and things changed along the route, but I think I basically was able to create my original vision, not exactly as I envisioned it, but it does convey what I wanted it to convey. I thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you liked. Leave a comment if you want to say something, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see other things I make in the future, or particularly the project I talked about in this video. You can also check out my channel. You can look at some other stuff I made and some other projects I have worked on. I'll also leave a few that I think are worth watching in the description. Once again, I thank you for watching, and please excuse me while I fade away gradually until coming to an end. YOLO, a space western.